There is a wall. Not on any modern map. Not visited by tourists. A wall said to be made of iron and brass. Built by one of the greatest conquerors in history. Not to keep people out, but to keep something in. They were called Gog and Magog. And according to ancient stories, if this gate ever breaks, the world as we know it ends. This is not just a myth. This is not just history. This is the story of the Iron Gate of Alexander. A forgotten fortress said to stand between civilization and chaos. Tonight, we're going deep into the mountains. Into ancient texts. Into a mystery that has survived for thousands of years. And by the end of this video, you might start to wonder, what if this gate was never meant to be found? Long before satellites, before maps, before anyone truly understood the size of the world, there was a place people feared. The Caucasus Mountains. A jagged wall of rock stretching between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. To ancient travelers, this wasn't just geography. This was the edge of reality. Beyond it, no one knew what waited. And when people don't know what lies beyond, they imagine the worst. Stories began to spread. Whispers of tribes that were not like any others. Not just enemies. Not just warriors. But something closer to chaos itself. They were called Gog and Magog. Unstoppable. Merciless. Endless. They didn't conquer. They consumed. And the fear was simple. If they ever reached the civilized world, nothing could stop them. Then came a man who believed he could. Alexander. A king who refused to accept limits. A conqueror who pushed farther than anyone before him. But in this story, he is not just a conqueror. He becomes something else. A guardian. Because when Alexander reached the far edges of his empire, he didn't just find new lands. He found a problem no army could solve. You can't defeat chaos. Not completely. But maybe you can contain it. So Alexander made a choice that would echo through history. He would build a barrier. Not a simple wall, but a gate strong enough to hold back the end of the world. Picture this. A narrow pass between towering mountains. Cliffs rising on both sides. Only one way through. This was the perfect choke point. And here, they began to build. Not with wood. Not with simple stone. But with iron. And brass. Forged. Hammered. Fused together. Layer upon layer. A wall that gleamed in the sun like fire. And stood like it would never fall. This wasn't just construction. This was a seal. A prison. And behind that gate, Gog and Magog. Waiting. Pushing. Testing the barrier. Some stories say they tried to break it every day. Some say they are still there. Right now. Here's where things get strange. Because in the real world, there are places that match this story. Ancient fortifications in the Caucasus. Narrow passes sealed off by massive walls. Built to stop invasions. To control movement. To protect civilizations. Over time, stories travel. Details change. Stone becomes iron. History becomes legend. And legend becomes something much bigger. But maybe this story was never just about a wall. Think about it. Every civilization has its own gate. Something that holds things together. Laws. Beliefs. Order. Because without them, chaos doesn't stay far away. It finds a way in. And when it does, it doesn't knock. Today, we don't talk about Gog and Magog the same way. But the idea? It's still here. Look around. Conflict. Division. Fear. Different names. Same chaos. And the question becomes, what are our iron gates? And are they strong enough? Some explorers have searched for this gate. Some believe it once stood near the Caspian Sea. Others say it was hidden, or lost, or never meant to be found. And then there are those who believe it's still there, somewhere in the mountains, silent, waiting, holding something back. So next time you think about ancient history, don't just think about kings and battles. Think about the stories they left behind. Stories of walls, of fear, of protection, and of a gate that may still be standing between us and something we were never meant to face. If you made it this far, you're already part of the few who know this story. But here's the real question. Do you think the Iron Gate was real? Or was it something deeper, something symbolic? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more stories like this, ancient mysteries, hidden truths, forgotten legends, subscribe. Because the next story might be even more disturbing than this one.